America's Heroes Group Roundtable, Veterans Court with Judge Hooks and Attorney Lori Roper, and also we are pleased to have Attorney Karla M. Fianni with us, and also Valerie B. Lazo. We've got all of these great folks on talking about something that, of course, we all are concerned with. Also, Cook County State's Attorney Kim Fox was going to be with us. She'll be with us in another time. Her flight was late, and of course, all of you know once you're on the plane, that's it, right?
That's it.
Ladies, thank you all for being here. Appreciate it, and Judge Hooks, thank you for being with us on the line. Okay, Judge Hooks, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Cliff, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Thank you so much for inviting me, Cliff.
Listen, you should be here. You would see all these attractive women here. You know them. You should be here. Thank you always for being with us. Judge Hooks is
it's always a pleasure, Cliff.
One of my favorite people. Oh my goodness, love Judge.
We go back a little ways.
We sure do. We sure do.
Younger.
That's right.
When I was a kid.
When you were a kid, right? I remember every decade of our relationship.
Yeah, I think you told the Marine Corps I was going to. You gave a comment to the Marine Corps as I was getting commissioned too. They came out and talked to you when you were the
That's right. They sure did.
I remember that.
The only thing I told him was, well, yeah, he is more eligible than anybody. He's just picking the wrong service, you know. You remember?
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I was in the Army, so yeah.
Yeah.
All of us know about that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So what we want to discuss: benefits and success of a second chance Veterans Court programs and services. And it's just great what's going on with this Veterans Court, and the things that are happening, and giving these veterans not only a second chance, but a lot of advice, and all the things that are going on that we just love so much. Judge, you want to start us off and just giving us a little?
Yeah, you got the right people there, but I will tell you that you have one of our recent graduates, Valerie, there that has she did a wonderful job in the program. You have one of our best mentors there with Miss Fiaoni, Attorney Fiaoni. She's also a criminal defense attorney, and she helped Valerie as a volunteer mentor, and actually helped her secure some housing, went down and dealt with the housing authority on several different times on her own dime, and has really mentored her very well. And you have Ms. Roper, who's in charge of the public defenders that service the Veterans Court. So you have quite a crew there. But you are right. Our veterans, we call upon our veterans to do things when we need them to protect us from harm's way. But then when they come back, as you well know, Cliff, we typically do not give them what they deserve. And if they get in trouble with law enforcement, there are allegations against them, we really don't give them typically what they deserve. But now, with the Veterans Program under the Chief Judge's Office, we have several veterans programs throughout Cook County. Skokie, I think there's one in Bridgeview. I have the main one at 26th Street in the Criminal Division, the Layton Building. And Layton, by the way, George Layton was a Army officer in World War II.
Yeah,
he was a lieutenant.
Yes, he was. That's right.
Yeah, fought in Germany, got the, I think, Silver Star and Bronze Star. He was an infantry officer. He was almost like a Marine, Cliff. But,
thanks a lot.
We've got a Veterans Court named after veterans.
Isn't that great? Yeah, that's
great.
That in itself is something different,
But we got to make it good. I mean, even him being a veteran, he was wrongfully accused of inciting a riot as a lawyer. And Thurgood Marshall had to come up to file an appearance. So, the veteran status there didn't save him from being indicted as a lawyer before he became a judge.
Isn't that something? Yeah.
Wow.
But you have the right players there. They all are very much a part of this program. Of course, State's Attorney Fox, she has several assistants that prosecute in these courtrooms, and they're very flexible in terms of assisting veterans getting their lives straight. So you've got a whole crew, and I'm sure State's Attorney Fox will make herself available when she returns.
Yeah, she will.
On a few future shows. So I'm glad Judge Evans gave me this as one of my several assignments. And it's my most enjoyable assignment.
I love it when you say you're most enjoyable. Yeah. The state's attorney Fox is on a plane now. She was going to be here, but the flights have been really screwed up all over, and that's why she couldn't be here. But she'll,
Of course.
yeah, and we'll take care of that. Let's go on with Mr. Roper. Let's start with you.
Well, I'm really excited about this show. For some time, we've been educating the listeners on Veterans Court, and we've been able to have wonderful judges like Judge Hooks and Judge Evans come on the show and tell us a little more about Veterans Court and just kind of like the nuts and bolts of it. But what's so exciting today is that we have an actual recipient of all the services that are given in court, and that she is here and is a proud graduate of the Veterans Court.
Yeah,
so
that's great.
I am very excited for Ms. Lazo to be here and to tell us her perspective on being the recipient of all these wonderful services and all this wonderful advice that she got from Judge Hooks.
This is just great. Should we go to her now,
Yes.
or should we go to her now?
I think
I didn't know
so,
what
because
I
she
know
has a
whether-
great story
well,
to tell.
I know she does, but I didn't know whether Attorney Fianni wanted to say something.
No, I think we should go to Valerie first.
Go right now?
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to do it right. Go
Yes.
right ahead.
Valerie is
Hey,
the
listen,
star.
you ladies,
Yes.
hey, listen, all you, I'm going to do whatever you women say.
I'm just her helper. That's all.
Whatever you women say, I'm doing it. Go right ahead. Valerie Lazo.
Hello,
Let me say this, U.S. Marine veteran, right?
Yes, sir.
And graduate of Veterans Court. Go right ahead.
Well, hello. I want to thank everybody for being on the show, and what Veterans Court meant to me, being allowed to be actually in Veterans Courts with the opportunities. Judge Hooks had a lot of great resources. Like he stated, the second chance for me, being first time in trouble. So by completing it with all the support, it's a strong support team, but the support team did not give up because
Let me interrupt you a minute, because before we get into that, if it's all right, you are a Marine veteran.
that is correct.
Tell us a little bit about that first. I mean, you being a Marine, I would never think that. You know?
I get that all the time because
Yeah, right.
because of my size.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, wasn't your size, you're gorgeous. So
Thank
know,
you.
Yeah.
I served in the Marine Corps from 1999 to 2002. Got an honorable discharge. Was stationed in San Diego. Went to Japan for 6 months, along with some Arizona, some other places, but that was my home base. And I joined the Marine Corps to honor my brother who had passed. That's why I
In the
joined the Marine Corps.
Marines?
That is correct.
Okay, I was wondering what how you did that. Your
Yes.
brother passed
Yes.
on duty?
No.
Oh, okay. But he was a Marine. then.
He was actually was murdered gun violence in the city of Chicago back in '96.
Wow,
So he wanted to be a Marine, and so I did it in his honor.
I got you. So he hadn't been in the
No.
service yet, but you knew he wanted to be,
Yes.
and once he passed away, you did that to honor him.
Yes, that's correct.
Good. Tell us what happened when you went and said, I want to join the Marines. What did they tell you?
I couldn't do it. My mother said I was crazy. Because I've always been smart in school books, just doing school.
Mm-hmm.
I loved school. So when I said, well, I'm going to take a break and let me try this, and nobody said I can do it, but I did. And I loved it.
Isn't that something? That's interesting. Did anybody admit that they were wrong?
Oh, yeah, I went back to the Navy recruiter because he was the first one, and I was like, look, here
Hello?
I am.
Yes. We're still on, Judge. Mhm. Go right ahead. You went to a Navy recruiter?
Yeah, I went to the Navy recruiter at first, and then I went back, and I told him that I changed my mind. I was going next door, and he was like, you can't do it. And I was like, I'm going to come
the
back.
Marines,
In 3
yeah.
months, I'm going to come back, and I'm going to show you. And he couldn't believe it. He was like, oh, okay, I guess you proved me wrong. And I was like, I did.
That's great. What was your MOS?
Aviation logistics,
Aviation logistics. Meaning
supply.
supply? Okay, aviation logistics. This is interesting. Let's take a couple of, we got three wonderful ladies here, and of course we have Judge Hooks on our live line. Let's go to Taylor. Taylor, hi, you're on WVON 1690. Taylor, are you there? Hello, hello, hello. Taylor? Okay, maybe not. Let's go to Georgia on line.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Georgia. How are you?
Hi, I was just calling to say hello to my judge.
Okay.
This is Georgia. Hi.
Georgia, who are you? Who is your judge?
I want to say hello to my judge, Judge Hooks.
Oh, okay. Judge Hooks, are you
Hi.
there? We're having some technical problems
I don't
here.
know what you're involved in, but I want to be a part of it. You know me. You know I'm always fighting for the underdog.
Judge Hooks, I don't know whether you heard that. She said,
And I want you to know that I never forgot the experience of working with you. The best judge I had.
Well, that's wonderful.
So, Georgia, are you a veteran?
Huh?
Are you a veteran?
Can you hear me? Let me turn down my radio. I'm Judge Hooks' clerk. I was his clerk.
Oh, Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
This is Georgia.
Oh,
Foster.
hi.
Yeah,
Judge,
hi.
Judge Hooks, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I don't know.
Can you hear me?
No, evidently not. So, but we'll let him know.
Maybe I have to call back.
Yeah,
I can't hear you.
We'll let him know. Okay.
Okay.
You were his clerk.
I'll try calling back.
No, there he is. Judge Hooks, are you there? Well, yeah, we're having some terrible technical problems. Unfortunately, I heard him say hello, but we'll continue. When we get the judge back, we'll make sure that he knows his
Clerk was on.
his clerk. That's right. That's right. That's right. Karla, tell us about what you do. And you've been, of course, appointed by Judge Hooks as a veteran course mentor. Tell us about your activities, please.
Well, part of my responsibility was just to be available for Valerie outside of the court. And I wanted a female mentee. I thought I could relate better. And Valerie was perfect. I was always on the phone with her, talking about her issues, kind of like, what do we call it, Val?
Big sister.
Big sister, but we also called it like a AA sponsor without the alcohol.
Yeah.
We were there. We were always talking.
That's funny.
I was so proud of her. And she had some housing issues that we needed to deal with. And so when I got appointed, her and I came up with a strategy on how we would deal with that to get her through the end of the program. And we just got the letter, actually, that we were successful.
Oh,
and,
good.
and I want to give a shout out to her attorney who was walking with her, John, from the Public Defender's Office. He was so involved. He even came down to the hearing, and we double-teamed the Chicago Housing Authority attorney, and we actually put the trial on almost like a murder trial to keep her in Chicago Housing. We had witnesses. We had all kinds of things. It was like a 3-hour hearing.
But she didn't shoot anybody
No.
in her own apartment.
No. It was just a lengthy, almost like a trial, and it was supposed to be just a 10-minute hearing, and we just stretched it out to where they knew she was our hero. She had served the country, and she deserved to continue to be in the program.
What would be what was supposed to?
It was just some logistical things. She hadn't signed, some paperwork, and it was nothing that she could have foreseen. Nothing she could have foreseen. But with John coming down there and testifying, and then her other help too from the Veterans Administration, we just double teamed them, triple teamed them, and but we've remained friends. She's very special to me, and as a matter of fact, she's helped me quite a bit. When my grandson was being bullied, she was right there praying, offering to give him self-defense classes. She's my hero. She's my absolute hero.
Thank you.
Oh, wonderful.
See, now I understand that. She was going to give him self-defense classes. Some years ago on this show, we had this very big discussion whether women should be in combat. And I was one of the ones that most vociferously said, yes, women will kick your ass. And, if you don't believe that, think of any of the species. Mess with the offspring.
That's it.
Yeah, women will do that. So, that doesn't surprise me. So she's going to help out. Yeah, teach them what to do. Hey, right on. Hopefully Judge Hooks, are you back?
Yeah.
Okay, George, I don't know whether you, I got to say.
I can't hear over the phone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I can't hear the broadcast, but I'm here.
Okay, well, I just got to tell you this. Georgia called and said that she was your clerk, and she was you the best judge that ever existed. So, but
Let's not go too far. Let's
Yeah.
not go too far. I appreciate it.
yeah,
I appreciate it.
I told her
certainly
if
appreciate it.
she
So
was trying.
I have good people to work with. The Veterans Administration, as Attorney Fiaoni said, the VA does a wonderful job.
That's great. That's great. Let's take another caller. Our call-in number 312-374-8130. Let's go to
Kelly.
Taylor. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay, Taylor. Good. Go right ahead.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
He's telling the truth about the Veteran Administration. In Tuscaloosa, they've been very helpful for us. We found out that my father was suffering from ionizing radiation. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. And we just learned this in April. And what's unusual, the time that he contracted cholera and typhus in the veteran in the war, everything occurs in April in the children, mind conditions, and things of this nature. And the other thing here, Mr. Kelly, is my brother and I share the birthday with American presidents. And there is a numerical connection to the presidencies of this country in the men in my family. And what it is that I have created is called the prenatal numerical presidential research file. Okay. And I looks like I'm going to have to go forth by myself because my brother has 2 graves in Tuscaloosa, one in Northport.
Well, I tell you what to do on that, Taylor.
Pardon me?
I'll tell you what to do on that. At the end of the show, you will hear our executive producer, Glenda Smith, give information how you can reach us. And make sure you get that information. And or Glenda will make sure that you find out what we need to know, and we'll see what we can do to assist you on that. Okay? Thank you so much. That's something that is very important. With the situation here with the PTSD, 22 people a day.
Yes.
What do you think of that?
Well, I think that we have the resources and we should make them available. And I think that the veteran should come first before anyone. A veteran should have all the services that this country can offer. And I think that nobody understands. I certainly don't understand what Valerie went through. I had a niece and nephew and brother-in-law, and I don't understand what they went through. But I think that we don't do enough. It's a shame that we're not doing enough.
It really is.
That's true.
Attorney Fiaoni.
Well, well, Valerie, what exactly did you experience or participate in when you were in Veterans Court? What services were you active in?
Well, I was pretty much active in everything that Judge Hooks had to offer. At first, I was very stubborn, and like I said, I said I'm not going to do this. I just wanted to give up. I did, honestly. But I'm glad I didn't because of the support team. And so what I did was a lot of volunteer work, helping veterans when I was trying to, I guess, figure out and help myself. So like a lot of volunteer work. I did some art therapy that they offer at Jesse Brown because that's where I go. And Thresholds is another organization that does a lot for veterans. So I got actively involved with them. And I just volunteer a lot of my time. So that's what keeps me going. That's it.
And you would not have known about this at all.
No.
So that just shows you what a great program this is.
Yeah.
And also Judge Hooks had a gentleman by the name of Kevin Hall. Kevin Hall is a representative that helps with your disability claims, helping to get your claim filed and put in. He worked very hard, again, going the extra mile, which they all do on the team of the personnel that Judge Hooks brings in. And so I put in for my disability when I got out in 2002, got denied, and I just gave up. It took 6 months with the effort of Kevin Hall, and I got 100% after 6 months.
And I want to say this. Judge
please.
Hooks goes above and beyond on this program. He will search out mentors. He calls in every single favor. If he thinks you could be a perfect match for one of his mentees, he will say, I need you. Come see me. I want you in the program. And I mean,
That's great.
he'd call in every favor, not for himself, but for one of the veterans.
Yeah.
He's fantastic.
He
And I'm
is.
going to tell you what, whenever he's up for retention, and I'm not sure when that is, but everybody that listens needs to vote yes.
Absolutely.
Everybody.
No.
That's another Marine that's a hero.
He is a hero.
Yes,
yeah.
he is.
That's
he
what we used to
is.
kid each other all about. You know, I said, yeah, you're great, but you just somebody convinced you to hook up with the wrong service. I love him. He is a judge.
I'll get him after the show.
So, Valerie, would you say that the Veterans Court changed your life? Or just kind of just help, you were going on a different direction, but it kind of helped direct you? Or what do you think the Veterans Court really did for you personally?
Made me believe in myself when I just wanted to totally give up.
Oh, good. See?
You really think if it had not been for that, you would have given up?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, I see a
That's really
tremendous
something.
change in
Oh,
her, a
my-
tremendous change. I mean,
See, because I wouldn't even believe that. The
Oh,
way
yeah.
she said, but
Yeah.
you were there, you know.
like I
You-
said, when my grandson was
Yeah.
bullied, because we talk all the time, I text her and she said, I'm on it. I'm on it. What do you need? What do you need? I mean, we're really good friends. She's wonderful. I mean, I love her. She's my hero. It's my honor to have mentored her. I mean, I was the lucky one to have known her.
Yeah.
Isn't that great
It is great. It's great.
to hear that?
Yes, it is.
Both of
She knows
you
how
just-
special she is now.
Well, you too.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, to
Yeah.
give up your time,
Yeah.
that's
Right.
wonderful.
Well,
Thank
when
you
Judge
so
Hooks
much.
asks you to do him a favor,
You better do that favor.
you got to do that favor.
Absolutely. a move. Find another planet.
Yes, there you go. You know him well.
Yes, right. Yeah. But the great thing about it is he's not going to ask you to do anything wrong.
No,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
because there are so few female veterans
That's
in the
right.
program and so
Exactly.
few female mentors in the program, he kind of scopes everybody out. And
And we've got a growing number of women
Yes.
in combat
Yes.
units, which, as I heard, as I mentioned earlier, I think that's great. You know, because I've always said women will take you out. Come on, you know. You know, so I have a problem with that. Judge Hooks, I understand, is still on. Oh, we lost.
Yeah,
him for-
I'm
yeah. Go
still
right ahead.
Here. Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah.
We have a prosecutor and we have public defenders at the screening courts as they come through the bond court system that identify whether a person has been charged as a veteran or not, and they they have the option of coming to be on one of our court calls. I also have fellow judges who receive people in their courtrooms and ascertain that they are veterans, and then they send them over to our screening team to see if we can, verify their service and give them the assistance they need. What I did mention was, the military sometimes are not kind with veterans either when they're on active duty. So particularly soldiers and Marines and airmen of color. So we have a overabundance of people that served on active duty, but they left with less than honorable discharges for a variety of different reasons. And some of those reasons are unfair. So we also provide services to veterans who are not honorably discharged. And we try to get their discharge upgraded. So that, people can be affected by the service and not in such a positive way and actually come out with what we call bad paper, Cliff. And so we don't throw those folks away. We have resources for them too. And if we're successful, we might be able to even get them a reversal on the characterization of the discharge. So it's a total program. We're going to, Valerie's one that's going to come back, whether she knows it or not, to assist from time to time. We're trying to save these veterans one veteran at a time. So that's the goal. But like Ms. Fiaoni, like I said, is one of our excellent mentors. We have other mentors. Roper screens the public defenders who are more sensitive to special situations and gives me some of the best ones. I've had nothing but good public defenders. I have not had nothing but the best state's attorneys. Now, all these attorneys I have on my call, this is a separate from my 400 felony cases, but all the state's attorneys I've been exposed to and the public defenders I've been exposed to are they have other courtrooms they have to deal with
Sure.
that don't have anything to do with the Veterans Court. This is a
Right.
second job
They
for
do
all
that.
of us.
Judge.
Fiaoni, for example, does criminal defense work throughout the county,
Mhm.
and and the suburbs, and including the suburbs. And
Judge,
so she has
Judge,
she
pardon,
fits this
pardon
role,
me,
too.
Judge Hooks. We are out of time. You are great. These three ladies are fantastic, and I want to thank all of you. Thank you so much. We'll be
Thank you.
talking again. All right.
Thank you very
Okay.
much for
Thank you for
having
the
us.
opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.